I mean over the border data exchange, also rural broadband. So the main logo and the theme is hard infrastructure plus digital plus SMEs. So we'll have compounding effects. The third document, which supports our digital strategy and our digital road, is the EU Accession Program 2025-2029. It is the program. It's quite detailed. It's composed of many clusters. It's based on the negotiation clusters with the European Union. It covers also the digital part of the all digital, because the digitalization interferes with all the domains: education, healthcare, industry, you name it. So, as I said, digitalization is cross-cutting, trust and e-identity, data, interoperation, cybersecurity, e-markets, as you can see. So, as a conclusion to these three main documents, which are approved by law and government decisions, is that our agency connects the strategy, the EU growth plan, and the national program, ensuring digital governance, interoperability, and smart investments. So the second part, one of the topics, the second topic is the e-governance architecture. It's a bigger part, so we'll have a couple of minutes more to discuss about it. And it refers to how digital government systems are designed, funded, and implemented here in Moldova, and at EGA in particular. So, first, we want to say that our concept is from apps to ecosystem. So we concentrate on simplifying and reducing the number of the applications used by the public servants, but also used by the citizens. Less is more and more is less. In our concept, digital transformation is not about isolated apps, but about a cohesive ecosystem. And that's how we name it. So we name it the EVO ecosystem. In this concept, the systems are interoperable, secure, and cost efficient. And one of the concepts is build once, reuse many times. So our tech stack, you can see it on your screens. It's a modern one. It is changing. Basically, we try to focus on this technology stack. There are some more items, but we cannot name it here. But all is related to the cloud architecture, the governmental cloud architecture, and to the existing applications which must and are integrated in the new ecosystem. On the screen, you can see our cloud architecture and our cloud concept, which is a consolidated way of acting here in Moldova. And every institution, every public agency, public institution, which is under the government subordination and there is an option for the public or local public authorities, for our institutions to get under this umbrella, this cloud umbrella. The fact is, it's a consolidated cloud service which provides space, which provides apps, infrastructure as a service, solutions as a service, and platform as a service. As you can see here, the citizen can interact through public interfaces like websites or web applications, or simple applications like Evo mobile app. And through these applications, through these gates, through these access points, the citizen interacts with the government, and the government interacts with the citizens and the business, and vice versa. So being hosted on mCloud means that you'll have access to the national service bus. You can see in the center, it's named mConnect. That means that if I am, or a public institution, can push data, can consume data, which is shared in the national data bus. Also, by default, you can have access, and it will be easier to integrate with the electronic shared services like mPass, mSign, mLog, etc. I'll follow up later those ones. So next, also I just want to say that sharing the information helps everyone to act easier, because you share the documents, the information once, and you register the information once, and you reuse it. So everyone can reuse the information, the needed one information. So this is our route to digitalization, which started, as you see in the left corner, in 2011. So you can see a bunch of names, which I'll try to explain, but in a shorter version. mDate, it's the 2011 first project. It concerns the data, because the data must be valid and must be of good quality. The next one was the public service portal, which is a website and is a single gate, an access point to the electronic services provided by the government. Next one is mPay, which is the solution which helps transferring money between public institutions. You can pay the taxes, you can receive the salary, you can do transfers, and a lot of other things through this application, which is a big and good one. mPass, mSign, mCloud. You heard already mCloud, which is the governmental technology, the shared technologic cloud platform. mSign and mPass. mPass is the authentication and role control app. mSign is the signature app. mLog is the audit application, governmental application. It can log the it can audit and log the actions in an information system. So also there is mConnect, which is our, as I said, is our national database, and I won't stay on that. CIG app, the next one, the 2018 one, it's the Permissive Act platform. That means that any every institution which has the right and the mandate to give some permissive acts will do it online. You ask for it online and you get it online. Next ones, in 2020, we have mLearn, which is our e-learning platform, governmental one. You can use it for free. If you are a public institution, you won't have to develop another mLearn e-learning platform. You'll reuse the existing one, and you will have you'll just spend money on courses if you don't have capacity to do it alone. Empower is the empowering application. You can give the mandate many types of mandates to private ones, and they can act in your name, and you can do it online. Also, we have mNotify, which is the national application for sending notifications and receiving. Also, it works through SMSs, emails, and private services like Viber, Telegram, maybe WhatsApp. We are working now on the second version of mNotify, and it is supposed to have the delivery confirmation of the message, which is very, very much wanted by different entities like the courts, who wants the confirmation of receiving of the citation, for example. Also, we continue with mCabinet, which is the personal cabinet, as it sounds, personal space, online personal space of the citizen or of the legal entity. It's a useful tool because you have there all the data about you. And then when I say all the data, let's start with my documents, the electronic ones, my data about the information about who accessed my data, taxes, maybe information about my revenues, etc. You name it. It is built on a modular platform, and it can be extended as much as you want. You can add models and models and over models. The next one, in 2021, we continue with the information register, the government information register. I will follow up later, but this is the register of registries, because the government wants to follow up and to have the list and of all the information systems created, existing and future ones in the country. The semantic catalog, it's a tool, a useful one, which is used combined with mConnect, because every institution, it is mandatory for every institution to get in this catalog, to have their profile there, and to introduce all the data they possess. So this data will be available in mConnect and would be shareable, of course, with every institution which will want to consume this data. It's an interesting tool because you can use it like a shopping cart. You enter the website, you log in with the help of mPass, of course, and you just shop for the necessary data. It's separated in compartments depending on the subject, and it's easy to shop for it. Next one, 2022, mDelivery. It's a new app, new tool, It's designed to help deliver the result of the electronic services which a citizen benefited of. And you can receive everywhere in Moldova or in the world a document. For example, you can receive your passport through delivery, and it won't cost you like a kidney. It will be on a competitive price and delivered fast. You can see this near PDSE FOD. It's a platform, it's a concept. It's the, as you remember, I mentioned when I talked about mCabinet, that it's a built on a modular platform. So this is the platform, it's FOD, it's front office digitalization or digitization. It's a modular platform which helps anyone to have access to a front office. So if an entity doesn't have a front office developed, you can reuse the FOD. MDocs 2023 and MDocs. It's an interesting concept. It says that every document in this country should have an electronic version, which is mandatory by law, and the electronic version should be hosted somewhere. So this is MDocs is getting in. So the electronic version is generated once on a template base, which is in MDocs, for example, in a JSON format, and you once filled in, this document is reused and consumed by other entities through mConnect. So you don't have to generate another document to make a copy or stuff like that. No, you just reuse the electronic version of the document, which is in MDocs. It is secure, it is hashed and stuff like that. 2024. As you can see, there is a service, an app named APL. So it's local public authorities. It's an instrument for, as you know, the local public authorities and the local authorities are autonomous, but they do need a tool to interact with the central government and the citizens, because they do have their own electronic services. So this is the way to deliver it to them and from them to citizens. So it's a welcome tool. Next, we're getting to EvoSign. You can see that, which is the electronic identity and electronic signature instrument. It is developed and it is intended and will be extended and reused in the Evo app. We'll talk about that later. The next one is Evo. As you can see, is the first version, which is the wallet. It's the electronic wallet, and as a first version, there is more place to go, and I'll tell you in a couple of minutes about the second version of Evo and what it contains. So we're getting to e-democracy, which is one of our newest tools. It was launched in 2025. It has a couple of components. One is e-petitions, so you can submit some complaints online to any institution and receive the information online or in any form you want. There is also, it has a tool of feedback, a feedback tool, so you can say everything you want about, like some kind of participative democracy, about the institutions, about some public figures and stuff like that. The wallet 2.0, eKYC, Evo, and EvoSign, you can see also in this compartment. That's Evo app application. It combines a couple of tools, but the base is the wallet, the digital wallet, which contains identity, electronic identity. So you can identify yourself through this application. In a short period of time, we'll have an electronic know your customer solution, which will be useful for the persons living abroad to interact with the notaries, for example, not getting to an embassy and not getting to Moldova, to the birth country. And also will be useful for maybe for our citizens who are living inside the country, but to interact also with notaries, with courts, and any other institutions which will want to benefit from this tool. And the EvoSign is another component of the Evo app, and is designed, and it's another version, updated version, which will allow us as Moldovan citizens to sign electronic documents, and this signature to be recognized in the European Union and vice versa. So this is a big major step which will allow to interact with the European institutions, business, etc. through documents, and once signed here, the documents will be recognized over the border in the European Union, and the signatures, the qualified signatures from European Union will be recognized in Moldova and accepted. Let's get to the next slide. All these information systems which I mentioned can be accessed through a few tools, like as you can see, USB tokens, which are provided by a couple of institutions here, which is the Public Service Agency. In the short, mobile signatures are provided by telecom operators, national electronic ID cards also by the Public Service Agency, and through EvoSign, which is the mega tool, or EGA, our tool. And you can use it for free. As you can see here, it states that statewide design system. We intend, and we are trying to use a common and accessible and interface, recognizable, easy recognizable. So EGA started a project and is implementing now a project to implement a unitary, unique system design model, which will be available for every website, for every app, for every information system used to deliver public electronic services to citizens. So you'll have a common interface, you'll have a similar way of acting on every page where you'll go, and more, we can say that we're working on consolidating the Evo platform, which says that every single website which is used to deliver public services will be combined in a single one, which will be Portalul Evo, so named. For the web version and for the app version, it will be the application Evo. So that's two major single contact points with the citizen. So this is kind of statistics, because digitalization makes the life easier. Concerning this design system, you can see we will have open libraries, automatization, integration, and collaboration. eGov will implement the system and will help and support every institution to do it on their side. To detail a little bit, the Evo app, you can see, because as I said, the Evo app will be the application which will accumulate all the ways to interact with the government. So as you can see, it has many modules and many functions, like My Documents, where you can access your ID, your card documents, the verification module, which will be extended now. It has some functionalities. It will be extended to check the documents, for example, the European ones, which were delivered or have an electronic form which correspond to eIDAS 2 standard. You have the payments module. As I said, mPay is the tool that helps making payments and transferring money in the between the government institution and between government to business, business to government, citizens to government, and vice versa. My data is the data about yourself, the data about myself, who accessed my data, what are my taxes, where I can pay them, how, and many others. Benefits, health, public service, appointment, e-power. So every single app you've seen here and there before, you can access through this app. You can interact because you can generate some activities from here. For example, appointments, benefiting from public services, making a visit to a doctor and stuff like that. So the Evo application, as you can see here, it's just a little bit or a little more details about what you can benefit if you install the Evo application on your device. And statistics, as you can see here. So that's been saying, we have already 1 year of leaving your documents at home. As you can see, the ID card, the driver's license, and the vehicle registration certificate, they're in your phone. This is about the data you can find in your app. As you can see, not only information about revenues and taxes, but real estate properties, vehicles, social insurance, contraventions, if you have some. Access to public services, as you can see, 300 and more public services. Payments, as I said, payment history, and a big menu of institutions who can receive payments from you, like kindergartens, for example. So also about statistics, you can see here many thousands of document issues, over millions processed, services requested, and e-powers, appointments, and more generated through Evo app. And our principle, as I said, related to the design system, the governmental design system, EVO by default. So any service that is digitalized becomes automatically available in EVO. Just to add, when I say becomes automatically available in EVO, you can ask the service, benefit from the service with EVO as a starting point, or you can receive the service here automatically and proactively, because some indemnizations, allocations, governmental offered by the government, for example, are transferred automatically. You don't ask for them. They are provided when the event is occurring, like the birth of a child. It allows you to benefit of a few payments from the government, and you can receive it in here. And you can see that you are benefiting for a certain allocation or payment. So EVO 2.0, as you can see, the work is in progress. It will be a better app, an extended one, and the main topic and subject here, as you can see in the right corner, is EU Digital Identity Wallet, because in the accession, in the EU accession process, we will be and are working to be compliant with the eIDAS 2.0, and that will allow us to recognize, to accept electronic documents of EU citizens, and we will identify ourselves with our documents, our IDs, which are generated through EVO app. So this is a big step. This is what we are working on, and we see it as a major step in digitalization, and I mean having a digital wallet, a fully functional digital wallet, which can be used over the border, particularly in the European Union. So yeah, soon you will have the option through EVO app to open a business online. That's soon to be. This is EVO sign. So as you can see here, 45% of the citizens have already an active digital identity, will have by 2027. This is a KPI. We are intending to gain it. This is what I said about the EU digital wallet. You sign into identity wallet in the eKYC. That's EVO. This is our track. This is our program. This is our these are our KPIs. So we can talk in 2030 about being 100% digital. You can see here the concepts I already mentioned: statewide design system, eKYC, the digital wallet, the single digital gateway, EVO, which is EVO, and we hope to see 100% digital as soon as possible. Just to continue, because the key topic here was about how to digitalize the government. Let's have a flavor of how things are done. So how projects here, IT projects, I mean, are designed. Basically, you have the idea, you have the concept. If it's an information system, you have the architecture review, the business cases, and all these you can combine it in the terms reference. The main key is to include integration with the common platforms, with the shared ones. I mentioned them. Those are mConnect, mCloud, mPass, mSign, etc. So all these approved, you go to the procurement pipeline stage. As an idea about funding and what are the priorities. So the sources used about the funding. The sources are the state budget, the growth facility, some kind of startups, pilots, and of course, foreign partners. The priority criteria is alignment with the strategy 23 and the adoration program, reuse of platforms, as I said earlier, and socioeconomic impact and citizen benefit. That's what matters. How EGA participates in all of this, so-called lifecycle governance gates. MEGA, we here at the governance agency are coordinating the concept, the architecture, the terms of reference, quality, security by design, data governance, and interoperability. Also, we are the developer, and STISC is the technical administrator of the cloud and cloud. Also, we are coordinating procurement and delivery methodology. As I said, what we are following is front end. As we see the things, front end is through the portal, Evo portal, through the app. You authorize yourself through mPass or through Evo. You sign in via Evo Sign or mSign. You sign the documents, I mean. You can pay through mPay, make notifications through mNotify, exchange data through mConnect. So these are the outcomes, which are shorter development cycles, lower duplication, or no duplication at all, auditability, consistent security posture, one platform supports many services, and being ready for EU single market. I mean, standards, ISO, IEE, SEPA, eIDAS alignment, etc. How you or how somebody can participate in the procurement process? We'll stop on the procurement rules and processes explained. We'll start with an intro. Just to find out what governs the procurement in Moldova. And the primary law is the public procurement law. It's a general law which has some regulations to help the implementation. We also have the e-procurement platform mTender, all tenders online, real-time transparency. And we have the government decision 544, which introduces a unified methodology for ICT procurement, which is the base regulation for MEGA, for a government agency in relation to our public institutions. So, as I said, the ICT procurement is coordinated by the e-governance agency. There is also a practical guide, which is designed to implement the methodology of procurement of ICT goods and services. Also, this guide helps understand how to make the budget proposals, the ICT general plan, the procurement, how to fill in the procurement documents, and the main line is that everyone plans, buys, and delivers ICT in a uniform, transparent way. What must be coordinated with a government agency before going to the Ministry of Finance for funds? So a public institution is sending the budget proposals for ICT, and the ICT procurement plan is submitted to EGA for endorsement, and Electronic Governance Agency positive endorsement is mandatory for financing and for later coordination of procedures. So here the tagline, the main line is no ICT tender without Electronic Government Agency endorsed budget line and ICT plan. So the Ministry of Finance won't finance and won't give money for a project which is not endorsed by EGA. What is checked and coordinated with EGA before starting the procurement? It's the opportunity. It's checking the opportunity of this procurement. So EGA, through the e-governance principles, through the governmental ecosystem, digital ecosystem, through government policies, is checking if certain procurement is necessary, if certain equipment is needed, if we are talking about information systems, if maybe some functionalities already exist and can be reused, maybe some whole systems exist and there is no reason to buy a new one or to develop from scratch. So that's where the agency comes in. Also, if the agency says the opportunity is checked with the agency, the electronic documentation follows up, also checked by EGA. I mean, public announcement, terms of reference, specifications, qualification criteria, etc. The same principles apply because the government wants to know that all the procurements are really transparent, are aligned with the governmental policy in the digital space, in the digital domain. And as I said, the Ministry of Finance registers only ICT contracts coordinated with EGA. What ICT procurement means? That means that any paid or free procurement of ICT works, services, or goods covering software, hardware lifecycle, regardless of purpose or funding. So basically, every IT goods or services, licenses, data centers, hardware equipment, peripheral one for public servants, everything is coordinated. Every kind of procurement which touches these subjects is coordinated by EGA. If we are talking about hardware specs and standards, we mean, as just a detail, end user devices, as you can see here, server, storage, network, security appliances, peripherals. The principles applied are that brand neutral requirements to be filled in, complies with open standards and government baseline profiles. When I say profiles, I mean that the government has some regulations designed for the public servants, and these profiles mean that you can, if you're a public institution, you can buy peripherals like computers, workstations, displays, and stuff like that, printers, scanners, useful tools, IT tools in your daily work, just based on your working profile. That means that if you are a designer, the government will spend more money for your computer than if you are a simple public servant which interacts with the citizens, because you don't need a fully packed computer when you just are processing some Word documents. If you are a doctor, which makes some medical interventions, which needs to film the medical intervention and to see it in a high quality, on a high quality display, the government will finance that. So every profile basically is derives from your work attributions. So license. Yeah. So another principle is ensuring everything you buy fits the stack already operated. So, and we plan for years, not days. That means that Mega wants the best with the less money. As about the software specs and standards, we are following for custom software and integrations. I mean, licenses, subscriptions, professional services, design, development, configuration, and maintenance. If there is a procurement where software is bundled with hardware, you can split it into lots to increase competition. Yeah. Some principles concerning the deliverables and licensing. You can see it on the screen. Following the procurement procedure is how the evaluation and compliance and the bids, how they are judged. The government looks to technical merit, architecture quality, sustainability, security, and data protection. If we are talking about information systems, also it's interoperability, integrations, which are mandatory checkpoints for every project. Common pitfalls, how to avoid them concerning the software and hardware. So we have common problems and trying to avoid them, brand-specific specs and lock-in. And in that direction, you can use open standards or dimension or equivalent. We are trying to rebuild the shared capabilities, so you can integrate with MPass, MSign, MPay, and Notify. That's a priority. You cannot, if an information system, for example, will be designed, right? It will be designed from scratch to be integrated with these shared services, electronic platforms with MPass, MSign. So you won't have to develop a new authentication module or a signature model or payment, money transfer model, notification, etc., because you'll need, and it is mandatory, to reuse the existing electronic services, electronic systems, and the fact is that the Moldovan e-governance agency will share the technical annexes, will share the APIs, and will instruct you how to set up your APIs or web services, just to be easier for you to reuse the shared services. Another aspect, as you can see here, is uncloud is mentioned. That means that if you are talking about information systems, which refers to software, so cloud, outside, and cloud. One of the principles is that we accept what we can run. You just show your code, give us the code, the documentation, clear licensing. And also one of the principles is going live only after integrations pass, tests are made, and operations are ready with certain SLAs verified and accepted. Fourth subject, it concerns the options to invest in the IT sector in Moldova. And where you can play is on the participate, and you have high value opportunities, is investing in eGov onboarding, platform integrations, modernization and refactoring of services or electronic ones, digitalizing the existing ones, maybe in data and analytics. For example, the state tax service has a bunch of data which must and can be sorted and reused. And this is or the National Statistics Bureau, many other institutions will have many data. AI pilots maybe as a possibility to invest. Cybersecurity, DevSecOps domain, cloud hosting, as I said, and services. You can benefit remote from what Moldova offers in the IT sector. Moldova Information Technology Park has a single tax of 7%. So it's a good opportunity to come here and to register your business, to MITP. Also, it allows you to work from anywhere in Moldova or abroad. From a legal point of view, in 2025, Moldova extended its options, investment options in the IT domain. I'm talking about digital nomad visa. So you live in Moldova while working for an employer registered outside country. Some rules apply, but it's a good tool for many specialists. Freelancers, also a new concept. So you register as a sole proprietor at the Public Services Agency, and you can do it much of the steps you can follow online. Also, there are some online business tools, electronic signature, online extracts from the state register. If you intend to open a business in Moldova, you can do it partially online, partially here on place. For example, you can choose your form of activity, which can be a limited liability company, which is the most common for the IT domain. and also is eligible for Moldova IT Park. Or you can act like a branch or subsidiary of the non-resident company if you want to act under the parent brand. But also you'll have to register via public services agency. In this direction, you should obtain a signature and gather some documents. The signature is necessary for the founder or for the authorized representative here on place. So you just, in order to prepare the company name, business scope, office, documents, the ultimate beneficial owners, you reserve the name online, you register the legal entity online, and you receive the company ID upon registration, which allows you to act here and to open a bank account. So you, after opening the bank account, and you do the tax setup, and also many steps are linked via the public services agency flow. In case your company doesn't qualify or don't want to join the MITP, the standard corporate income tax is 12%. I just remember, I'm remembering you that in MITP you can benefit from 7% tax. So what are the benefits? Also, our benefits of joining the Moldova IT Park, as I can say, is the single 7% tax and benefiting from it's not written here, but benefiting from the register of and your colleagues of MIT Park, which are more than 1,000. So you can network, you can discuss, you can meet, you can join, cooperate, and stuff like that. So in order to do that, you submit your application, you're getting your confirmation, sign the residency contract with MIT Park. So, and the single tax regime applies the next month after the registration. Also, as an option, you can hire here people to work remotely for your businesses if you're not locally here. We have good specialists, freelancers, contractors. For foreign staff who wants to live in Moldova, as I said, the digital nomad visa is a super mega useful tool. If you want to participate in developing the information systems, or you must know that you should be, as I said, integration ready with the shared platforms. You can track the public tenders on mTender, the procurement app. And in case you are qualifying, you are able and you want to develop an information system, for example, you should be ready. So your terms of reference and proposal should include open APIs, testing evidence, platform integrations, and stuff like that. So this is the moment where we can receive questions, I suppose. Listen. No questions. So yeah, so if no question, there is one question. One sec. Chat. There are some questions in the chat. Okay. Where can we find out more government opportunities open to private companies? So there is the investment agency here in Moldova. They're open to cooperation. They have a lot of plans, a lot of relations. I mean, not only IT opportunities, IT investment opportunities, but all kinds of opportunities. Also, there are business associations here in Moldova. There are commercial chambers, the American commercial chamber, the Luxembourg, Benelux commercial chamber. Also, as one of my colleagues said, on ODA. So it's the Entrepreneurship Development Organization. We'll share with you in the chat and the investment agency links also, and the chambers also. Just give us a couple of minutes. Yeah, invest.gov.md. You're welcome. So where can we watch this presentation on YouTube? Yeah, we'll share in the chat the link to the YouTube channel, and you can review the session there. So just in a couple of moments, we'll share it. Thank you. Can public entities use public? Can public entities use public cloud based in EU? It's a good question. So the law says that the cloud is administered by the by STISC, and even if it mentions that the cloud is public, it's partially public. There is a concept, the law, the regulations were modified, so now we have the hybrid cloud concept, which means that STISC, or the public cloud, the governmental one, can exist in two forms, here on Moldova territory or abroad, but only on servers which are situated on the European Union territory. So a public institution, depending on the data they are processing on their information systems, maybe theoretically can host that system, that particular system, abroad on the European Union territory, but that's for the STISC to decide, not for that proper institution. As you can see, we shared some links here. You're very welcome. Okay, so thank you for watching. You can, as we said, have a nice day too. You can see this session on YouTube. More information you can find in chat. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.